morning, guys. March 24th, 2025. This one here I got a call from a guy. He says I had serviced this boiler in the past. I guess he's got an oil boiler over there and he had no heat. He went downstairs and he said he whacked one of the boxes and it came on. He says it was from what he explained, it was a triple aquastat. The main operating control, you know, that runs the boiler. He said he whacked it and then the boiler come on. So it's probably sticking, the relay sticking in there. So I do have main operating controls in the truck. They're not cheap, but that's what he needs. I'm going over there now. I guess he's got heat because he did give it a good whack, he said, and it kicked right on. So he kind of diagnosed the problem before I got there. We're going to go over there and I might have some used ones in the truck. I'm not sure. I'll have to see what kind it is. And I like to go with the new ones if I can. Some people ain't got the money. And if I do have a used one in the truck, you know, I give it to him for half price. If he doesn't have the cash. Try to get you some shots. I'll get you set up over there and change out the control. I usually go with the hydro level ones. Look at them in the truck. Usually the ones I go back with is the hydro level. Honeywell's gone flipping.
Turn left on State Road.
The old Honeywell prices are gone flipping crazy on them things. I think I might have some Honeywells in the truck. I'd have to look back there, dig through my stash. It's up on the top and the back there in Big Ben's. Once I see what he has there, if it's a cold start or maintains temperature, I'll go digging in my truck and see what's available and get them going. Never a dull moment, Mama. Put a little light up over there so I can see at night on the switch. For my briefcase set up there. I got a whole bunch of more switches I got from my old truck. I'm going to probably put them in here. If I want to use them, I'll have them. Alright, this is the one he said he had to hit. Check for any loose wires, I guess, would be the first thing to check for. That's a 3-zone control. 4-zone. 3 or 4. I think it's a 3. I don't have one of them in the truck. Whoa. Sounds like this is what the problem was. That's out. Unless that's off on high limit. That's calling. I just heard it make a little growling noise. See if I turn the high limit up. Might have been up on high limit. Sure it gets tight on this sucker. tight. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Possible. I wonder why he has that burner wire a little loose. That might be a problem. Let's make sure everything's tight here. That wire nut's a little a little wacky.
Loosey stuff in there?
Well, it's always good to check.
Yeah. And
If anything,
I think this is the last time we cleaned it.
Yeah. If anything, I think it's going to be the main operating control, not that relay thing. I'll tell you why. But there was this right here, this wire was a little loose.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I could hear this thing clicking. Okay.
Well, I think you worked on this.
All right. So
last
listen.
time you were here, yeah.
Right now it's off. It's in.
Yeah.
Okay. When it calls, it should come out.
Yeah.
But it was at 180. I did turn up the high limit. It did click on. But when I took this cover off, I heard that relay click in and out, which I've had these with an issue before. And I'm explaining to you. I'm going to turn it on now. See how it pulled out?
Yeah.
But it didn't fire because it might be off on high limit. Now I'm going to turn the limit up a little bit and see if it fires. But it should fire now because it's out.
Is that based on the?
This is the high limit. See how I turned up the high limit and then it called.
Yeah.
So when that gets to 180, which I'm going to turn it down to 180, it should shut off. And the circulators, this should run the circulators, which we're going to check. But this usually runs the boiler and the circulators, but this circulator control, it's not running the circulators. This is running the circulators.
Right.
So what happens is the power comes into this relay here from the thermostats, turns the circulators on, and turns the boiler on from this.
So when I hit that panel, what happens?
When you hit this panel, you might have jerked this at the same time.
Okay.
Just enough. But see this little relay?
Yeah.
See how I pushed it in?
Yeah.
When it calls, it comes out.
Yeah.
So if you see this out and the burner's not firing, and then this is lower than 180,
yeah,
this is probably a problem.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to wait and give it some time and make sure. Cause I made sure everything was tight.
Yeah.
We tightened everything up, but it is possible that it's that, but I can't say for sure. I don't want to just change it for no reason.
Yeah, right. And I think
this was a little loosey-goosey, this wire.
I think one of the last times we worked on it, this was...
No, the transformer I changed.
Oh, that one.
That was this.
That was that one. There you go. Alright.
So you hear what I was saying now. If this is out, right?
Yeah.
You see your boiler temperature is at 180. That's the high limit. It's going to shut off at 180.
Okay.
And then if none of the zones are calling, the boiler is going to cool down. But when any one of these thermostats call, the circulator will run and it'll fire the boiler up to high limit, which is 180.
180, okay. So it goes back to 180.
Now I could turn the high limit up to 200 or 220 if I want, but 180 is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, next thing I'm gonna do is check the circulator to see if them are running.
Okay.
It's got some little black shit on there. I mean, that's not good. With all this fucking black shit in there. That's not good. All this black stuff. It's not good. But I'm not going to condemn the thing yet until he's probably going to be calling me back. This has got a bunch of black shit on it. This boiler did soot at one time. You see all this black shit? That's from the boiler sooting. That was from the boiler that sooted. I'll show you the insulation. I fixed that last time I was here. See all the black from the soot? That one's definitely running hot. Living room. That's the one he's complaining about. That's the one he's complaining about. Let's see if it's running. Whoa. Yeah, she's flipping. She's definitely getting warm now. Probably just gonna leave the cover off for now, so he can see it without playing around with it. Checked all wire connections to control. Okay at this time. She's off on limit. The circulator should be running. I could hear it running. I could hear it running through my screwdriver. It's definitely working. She's flipping hot. Last time I was here, I changed the transformer. I'll let that ride for now. Alright, it's been a couple of years since the service, so got it off. It's been 2 years since the burner service. I want to do it while I'm here. F4. Oh yeah, he's got a little bio slime in there. Flipping bio slime. It's watery. Almost gets like flipping. I don't know. Like chocolate, it's like chocolate diarrhea in there. pull that spring up if we can. There's a spring in there. Pull that up. This gets like flipping diarrhea shit in there. Bio slime. That spring holds that filter in the middle. Oh, bio slime. It's your boy Trump that did that, I think. Yeah. Boy Trump. He's a little loosey-goosey there. Bleed it right here. Bleed the air out right here. And do a nozzle and a filter on it for sure. Make sure it's running good before we leave. It's been a couple of years since I've been here. Since I did the service, the burner service. I've been here like last year to do a transformer. You could pull it through the pump too. It's not a bad idea to pull it through the pump. So I could check the screen in there too. To get most of it out here if I can. I usually like to pull it through. Here we go. We're bled now. We're bled. The old loosey-goosey treatment. Just make sure everything's tight, no leaks. At least a nozzle and filter we want to do in this thing. At least. Be a minimal. Running bad. Yeah, the nozzle's getting a little wonky. Getting a little wonky. Electrodes are kind of a little far apart there. See, it's not all full of soot, all full of black muck. 2 years. It's a good sized boiler. It calls for 135 on the nozzle. I'm going back with a little 75. That's what I've been running in this thing. Never an issue. Look at how far the electrodes are off. I want to bring them in. Getting worn out. Really need a new set, but and cheap. You can bend and bring them in a little bit if you want. It'll be good. Head's been already set. I've already set the head on this thing. Make sure when you start this thing don't drip. New nozzle, new filter. We'll check out oil flow. Then we get a good oil flow here. Wow. Alright, we'll start it. It should drain a little oil out here. Still off our limit. Make sure we get a good oil flow. And then we'll I could jump out a couple of more, pull out a couple of more of these relays. Lower the high limit quicker. And a couple of more of these jumped out. Give it a little bit less air. Adjust the air band a little bit here. air. Less air. Something like that's about good. Running a little bit on the lean side. That's less air. It's more air. That's good right there. Yeah, when you shut this, you kind of adjust the air down a little bit. You don't want to have too much air. You want it just right. No roll out. I was complaining about my gauge. Here it is. Just barely a little draft over the fire is what we want. Get a little mucky there, guy. Let's clean up my roll kit. Get a little mucky. Make sure you keep it clean. Gotta keep it clean, Mama. Wow, what a crazy amount of draft there. I'll open up the tamper. That's better. That's still good draft. I got the tamper opened up all the way. That's what we want for draft. Make sure everything's tight. Alright, so I checked all the wire connections to controls. Worked okay at this time. New nozzle, new filter at tank, clean burner head, reset electrodes, reset air band, and draft over fire. It's been a couple of years since I did the service, so needed a service, so I did that too.